Good evening, there we go. How's everyone doing this evening? Wonderful, it's so good to see this packed auditorium, which means it's great to see a packed stage. We have this evening quite a treat for you all. Tonight is the second and third year strings for the elementary. The first group you have up on stage tonight is the second years, which thank you for your patience. It takes a little while to get over 100 kids on stage, but this is a good problem. Tonight we are starting off with a classic for you from Orpheus in the Underworld, Can Can. These guys have worked incredibly hard on this piece the last few months. We were here last evening for the rehearsal as well. I think you'll be truly impressed. For those of you that remember the beginner concert last year, students were playing what we call unison parts, meaning everyone was playing the same tune at the same time. This is the first year that these guys are playing what's called independent parts. You're going to hear multiple parts across stage, and they're handling it extremely well. So I hope you enjoy our first number tonight, Can Can from Orpheus in the Underworld. It's probably one of my favorite things in my job that I get to do, watch these kids from year 1 to year 2 to year 3. And even later this evening, part of our program, we have the Dorseyville Philharmonic Orchestra. I want a huge shout out and thank you to those students for being here, to see those students as they progress. We even have, after the concert's over tonight, the rock orchestra from the high school will be out in the lobby. So it's just a really cool progression that you all get to see, because I know what those first sounds sound like. You know when the instruments first come home, and to know that every road has a beginning and a path, it's wonderful to see. Before we play our second piece, certainly want to say a huge thank you to the administration here in Fox Chapel. Could not do it without their support, all the way from building principals up to central administration. And thank you to Mr. Piper, my string colleague, Mr. Jeff Breyer, Ms. Mari Cooper up at the high school, for being so gracious to allowing us this space. I don't know if you got any emails, but there's a big conference here in Fox Chapel this week that a lot of people from behind the scenes of tearing things down, setting things up, and just making things happen. Just really appreciative of those people. One slight little note before we finish our portion of the program. When the orchestra is finished, we're going to hang out down here and enjoy the rest of the show to see the other groups. When the whole concert is finished, if I could kindly ask one family member to come down, we're going to be seated right over here, one family member to come down, meet up with your child. That one family member, if you could walk them down to where our cases were stored when you drop them off down in the cafeteria, and then you and your child can walk back up here and meet up with the rest of your family. That way we kind of limit traffic going back to both ways. We make sure everyone meets up with the right person, okay? For our last one this evening is this wonderful, exciting piece called Power and Pulse. When we think elementary string music, Brian Ballmadge is the composer, goes hand in hand. I told the kiddos, I like Can because it's this light, airy, fun piece, but I'm hopeful that you're kind of frightened by your sweet children up here in this next one because it's a super intense sound. So I hope you enjoy our second one tonight, titled Power and Pulse.